Hey everybody, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda Ben Shemer, and I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine. We call him Pickle, but his name is Dilbert Samuel Crossmen. Yep. And he's my redneck friend.
Yep.
Now, I know that's probably a little strange.
No.
A Jewish man, you know, and a redneck, but I'm telling you, I'm a pretty open-minded guy. I've got friends from all over the world, all different races, all different ethnicities, all different economic strata. I got friends in high places, I got friends in low places, and he's one of my friends in low places. You know, I mean, I've got friends of different languages, even different religions, you know. So, but I wanted to introduce you to Pickle here. I call him the rational redneck. The rational redneck, because rednecks have this false stereotype that they're stupid. And I tell you, when talking to this man, you know, you talk about any social issue or hot button topic, he's got an opinion, and he's got a pretty rational opinion. He can explain why he believes the way he believes. So I brought him here to talk about the issue of homosexuality. Take her away, Pickle.
All right. Shalom Aleichem.
Aleichem shalom.
Nice. I like that. That shows a little bit of the brains right there. Listen, I realize I don't have much time. You don't have much time. This is a whole difficult subject. I mean, if I could write, I would write a book on this thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You got a whole bunch of twit bots out there, different places in the world.
What? Twit box?
Twit bots. B-O-T-S. Twit bots.
Okay, not twit box, twit bots. Okay,
bots. Yeah.
You're gonna have to translate because I'm not sure.
Well, that's just something I come up with. Twit bots is, well, you know what a twit is.
A twit, somebody that's kind of ditzy or stupid.
Well, there are a lot of twits. There are a lot of twits. I ain't pointing fingers.
All right, twit.
Hey, but and then bot, I always think like robots.
Okay, right? All right, a twit bot.
Like, yeah, like twits that just kind of follow in the same line of same line of reasoning and everything just coming down the pipe. You know what I mean? So I call them twit bots, so
they're programmed by society, programmed by the media, programmed by the world.
Well,
twit bots.
That's part of my opinion,
okay,
right?
All right, makes sense.
And what I'm going to share a little bit is my opinions, okay?
Right.
My opinions on homosexuality. Like everybody got opinions on everything, pretty much, right? Even religion.
Yeah.
It always amazes me that people, when it's concerning the Bible, as you know it and I know it, right? The Torah, the Pentateuch,
Septuagint,
the New Covenant, New Testament, you know, these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeshua and stuff. Jesus, from my friends out there, but you know, it amazes me that people could criticize a God that they do not know. And will use scriptures totally way grayed out. But anyway, when it comes to the subject of homosexuality, as a Christian man having a pretty tight relationship with Jesus. Now, I understand that the Vice President of the United States of America has a pretty tight relationship as well, Mike Pence.
Yeah, he recently got criticized because he claimed that Jesus talks to him.
Exactly. By none other than Bar. That's what
Joy Bar.
Okay. I'm sorry, dear, if that offends you. But
no, you're not.
He does. No, I'm not really. But a political correctness, right, to some degree.
Right.
But you know, everyone's got their opinions, and people say, okay, well, you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, and so it's going to be a hard deal against homosexuality. And then some of them will say a lot of the church supposedly today have found reason within Scripture to sanction the action of homosexuality. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm sorry. See, there's having a heart right with God, and then there's having a mind you think is right with whatever you read. There's a big old difference.
Yeah.
Now, as far as homosexuality goes, I was doing some research on it. Now, as far as I know, I have not found, and I have put this challenge out to my lefty friends. Now, you've got to understand, I had someone the other day, we were talking, and I said, you know, you are so far left, you'll never be right. You know? And she said, I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm not in any position. And I said, my dear, you are in a position, and you are so far left that you will never be right. You know, these are the people that don't believe in any one absolute. They don't believe in truth. They don't believe that there's an absolute truth, apparently, other than their absolute truth.
Yeah.
There is a big difference between opinions and facts. But I was digging around, checking out stuff and trying to figure out from Scripture to say, okay, Lord, I got to cement my opinions. I want to ground them and cement them in the facts of the Word. And now I'm not sure out of the what I call the Old Testament, where God said very emphatically that if a man sleepeth with another man, or
lieth
with another man, or a woman with I think it says woman too, that it don't say it's sin, people. Okay, so you're right, it ain't a sin. He said it's abomination, right?
That Hebrew word is to'evah.
To'evah.
To'evah, abomination.
That sounds like something I heard on Star Trek, but I'm going to believe you. But anyway, but it also says in the next passage, he said if a man sleep with a beast, which is bestiality, he said same thing. It ain't a sin, it's abomination. So, and some people say, well, that's just the Old Testament, that's thousands of years. You can poke holes in a whole lot of people's theories very fast. I just want to put this to rest real quick. If you're going to bring up Bible, you better bring it up right. And if you're not bringing it up with a heart for Jesus, a heart for the truth, then don't even bother scratching that book, because that dog won't hunt. That subject, no sir. But homosexuality also covered in the book of Romans, very clear. Like, to me, it is so clear, it's hard to get your opinion. If this is an opinion and this is fact, an opinion ain't going to breach the fact. But a fact can breach the opinion. I just come up with that. I figure that's God-given.
And that's why we call you the rational redneck.
I figure I'm getting buzzed on. Well, I'm bald, but anyway. So just set that aside. Now, what Paul did say, he said, he talked about times when God going to turn people over to whatever the lust they want, whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. And
we're there.
You're a scholar. It says, I believe, in the Old Testament and the New Testament, I think several times, if I could say this, that in the last days kind of thing, people are going to do what is right in their own eyes.
Like the book of Judges.
Bingo, right?
Right.
Days of Noah and all this prophetic stuff, and I think we're there.
Yeah.
But people will say, they'll say, well, that book was wrote by man. So again, you can poke holes, right? It's you either going to see it in the Word and have it in here. If you don't, you got to have that connection between the brain and the heart. But homosexuality, I'm gonna finish, because I don't know how much time we got, but I want to finish with an illustration, because I could talk about this all day. And my purpose here is not to offend people. My purpose is to have a rational, intelligent conversation based on pure, real science and factual information best we can. Because as far as I can see, both sides are playing the middle.
Okay.
So I got an illustration that I give to a young man many decades ago now, maybe 4 decades ago now. And he was a gay man that wanted to be, he said he wanted to get married and he wanted to have kids. And I couldn't understand what this young man was. So I said, so we talked about this, and I said, I went to the cupboard and I don't have one right here. But I could see you got a receptacle there.
Yeah, electrical socket.
Yeah, and I took 2 plugs. There was a like a can opener sitting there. And I took the plug, and I took the plug off the toaster.
So two male plugs.
Two male plugs, and I was kind of snapping them babies together, snapping together. I said, you can plate these all day long. These 2 prongs here, you could slap them together, do whatever you want, but nothing's gonna happen, right? You ain't gonna get toast out of that toaster. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
And you're not gonna open a can with a can opener.
Exactly, ain't nothing, right? But I said, all of a sudden, this plug one day, he kind of walking over here, and they got a receptacle on the wall. Well, you could take 2 receptacles, and you could smack them around all day. You could do whatever you want. Ain't nothing gonna happen. But if you take that prong, and all of a sudden, closer it gets that receptacle, and that prong goes in that receptacle, you got some sparks coming. You got some current coming, and you're going to make some toast. That's the only way you're going to make toast. And those are 2 different things. They look different, brother. But they're meant for each other, I'm telling you. That's all I want to say about that. But that, to me, is a real indication of where we are.
Yeah.
It ain't normal. I'm sorry, it ain't natural. You mentioned the chromosomes there.
Yeah.
Triple X and
XX and XY, I think, male, female, and
okay. Well, I'll settle for that.
Yep.
I'll settle for that. But there ain't nothing in between.
No.
Just like Darwin's theory of the missing link, he ain't found it. They ain't found it because it doesn't exist, because God made her right from day one. That's the way he made it. The way it was made was the way it was made, and he said it was good. And he made a man for a woman. That's the way it is.
Now you brought in some Bible, you brought in your opinion, you brought in some rationale. Where's these facts you're talking about?
Well, I mentioned I would search on Google to try to say, okay, maybe I'm brainwashed, right? I want to take what someone says to me and I want to study it out, because I want to say, okay, how do you arrive at your opinion? We just can't have these so diverse sides that we're just blasting everybody, because we could do it if we wanted to and we'd win. Anyway, Crossman again. I checked on the internet and I found through Google, through a couple different sites. Now these are a couple government sites from the United States of America.
So we're not talking Wikipedia, people's opinion, and all.
Well, no,
I'm
I'm talking Wikipedia as well. I believe there's some on Wikipedia as well.
But you're getting them from scientific and government websites.
Exactly,
okay,
exactly. Right. So and I would challenge anybody out there to refute it. Okay. Give me something, show me some science, because take AIDS, for example. Mm-hmm. AIDS is, as I checked on the internet, it is 70%, around 70% gay men.
Okay.
70% of the AIDS. Now I believe that has been recorded and is going on now. Still 70%. Now I reckon that would be a lot attributed to unprotected
intercourse,
contact,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In their course of action. Anyway, so 70%, another 5% roughly is heterosexual men.
Okay. Straight guys.
Yeah, I get, what's bisexual, I guess.
Bisexual, yeah, they go for both, girls and guys.
Yeah, those are the ones. But 70%. Now, where am I going with this? You got needles. You got
drugs,
drug addicts, stuff like that. But such a high percentage is gay men. Now it has come, I believe it is a predominantly gay man disease.
So all this other stuff, needles and blood transfusions and stuff, and all that's small percentage. That's 20% compared to 70. Or no, 30% compared to 70%, which is homosexual men.
Yeah, and then if you put the bisexual, because
bisexual would be another 5%. So 75% sexually.
That's pretty much.
Okay.
That's pretty much. I mean, it's there, right? So the scientific fact with the chromosomes, give a lesson here to people. Find me something different. I put it out there to my friends. I said, you show me something different. Show me another chromosome. Show me the gay gene. I don't see it. I don't see it. I have people that I know that they're gay, and I do not treat anybody any different than I treat anybody else.
I got gay friends.
Exactly, and we are ordained.
My daughter's got gay friends. I mean,
I've been ordained by Jesus Christ Himself through His Word when He speaks to me through that to show love to people.
Yeah.
To give them the respect due where they are. You don't have to. I mean, this gay bashing and all this craziness and silliness going on, that's just foolish.
Yeah.
I just always remember those plugs. I said it ain't going to happen. And the two different things, and a man is made for a woman, and a woman is made for a man. I mean, in theory too, as well, that if everything went on this, and as a man, I speak of the gay men, that if everything was to go that way, this world literally would not be procreated. Now they'd say, "Well, we got sperm banks. We don't." No. I'm talking naturally. It's just different.
And see, that's another stereotype, is that not only rednecks are stupid, no offense, that's the stereotype, but rednecks hate gay people, hate people that don't like guns, hate, so you're basically saying that you could still love somebody and not agree with them. You could still love somebody and not hold to their lifestyle or opinion, and you could still be their friend.
Exactly. Well, I'll say this because I realize time is going on, but before I was saved, Now, I went to church, Sunday school as a young boy, and I learned the seed was sown, you know. I knew the stories about Moses and David and Daniel in the lion's den, and of course about Christ and the disciples and breaking bread. I heard the stories, but I ran away from God when I was about 16 years old or so. So stealing the money from the
collection plate.
Well, I just didn't put it in. Mom would give us a quarter. I'd take it down, stop at the store. My brother and I, we'd get 2 dimes and a nickel, and I'd put the nickel in the collection plate, take 20 cents, and back in that day I'd get a bottle of pop and a bag of chips. But anyway, yeah, I left, and I traveled, did my time. But I was this close, literally this close to firebombing. I mean this with everything right now I can say, firebombing a gay club.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You had some pretty hatred and animosity towards homosexuals before you were saved.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was a godless man. See, that's what you got to understand is I'm now a man of God. Don't matter what I look like, what I sound like, redneck, I don't care. You leave me redneck alone, but I was godless. And I had just a lot of problems, and I hated the whole gay thing, man. Now, you can have your gay clubs, you can do this and that. I just wish they'd leave it out of the church and stop pushing, try to find stuff in Scripture to advocate for it, because it ain't there, you know. But, yeah. So, just a society of twitbox, and I didn't mean to be inflammatory towards anybody, but...
Well, you know...
You get that, right?
Yeah, inflammatory? Inflammatory.
Inflammatory.
Okay. All right.
See, inflammatory is something that's going to create, you know, harsh feelings, going to rise up people. That's right.
Yeah.
Inflammatory things to say. But there's another level. It's inflame. Well, actually, it's inflammatory.
Inflammatory.
Yeah, inflammatory.
Okay.
It's like, you know, you keep on with something and you just burn, and like you just, anyway, you learn my lingo after a while.
All right. Well, this has been The Rational Redneck with Dilbert, Samuel, Crossmen,